this is Aidan's Toy Trove. Today I'm here with the Breyer 9197 Espresso Springtime Filly. This is Breyer's first and only 1/6 scale model, which means he is bigger than a traditional. Your traditional model is 1/9 scale. So I'm going to take this guy out of the box so we can get a good look at him. And then I'm going to compare him with a regular traditional foal so you guys can all see the size difference. Some people, including me, refer to this guy as Foalzilla because he is so huge. But we call him that lovingly because he is really quite cool. He's just humongous, and there's not too many horses in his scale in the show ring. No other Breyers. There are some Resins, I think, that are the large scale like him, but no other Breyers. So this will be fun to do a comparison of. I've been wanting to do a video for size comparison because we have had a lot of inquiries on exactly how big this fellow, or chica, are you a chica? I guess it's a springtime filly, right? So it's a girl. Okay, so I have my trusty dusty cat nail clippers. This one, actually delightfully, does not have a whole lot of zip ties, just 4. So that's super fantastic. Should be a breeze to unpack Miss Espresso. Now this mold was released, I think, last year, or the first release on it was a pretty chestnut pinto, which came in a variety of variations as far as, I believe, the finish varied between matte and glossy, and also the pattern differed. And I think there were 3 different variations. This one, Espresso, as far as I know, this is the only color he came in. He only came in this beautiful chestnut blanket Appaloosa, and he only came in matte. So there are no variations on his color. He is very, very nicely painted. I went through and I tried to find one that was a little bit marked up because this one will be a body, but Breyer did such a fantastic job on his paint job that there just were none that we had that had any big issues. And I think part of it might be that he is such a large scale that it's easier to paint, but that's just a hunch. On this left hind leg, he has one of those plastic braces, so that's what I'm trying to get off now. There can be a little bit harder to deal with. Not my favorite thing, but I know they help keep the model tight in the box. So let's see if we can get this last tie off. It's always the last tie that gives me problems. Let's see if I can punch this tie back through. Oh, come on, tie. There we go. Now, I think that what I heard was that the 1/6 scale is very common in other hobbies like railroad and other sorts of collecting. So, well, it's kind of a foreign scale to us as Breyer collectors. It's actually a very common scale seen in other hobbies. This guy looks like he came out with a box rub on this leg and a little white spot. And this spot I can feel with my finger, so I actually think that spot will come off. And he's got a little rub on this off leg, so I'm actually kind of glad since this guy's going to be a body. And it looks like he's got a couple little rubs there. But this one's going to be super cool. I'm really excited for this one. He has a beautiful brown color. I'm not real up on baby colors. To me, he looks chestnut, but I know foals change color and they're brown, and that some of them aren't bay when they're babies, but I'm just going to call him a chestnut blanket Appaloosa. He has a cute little pink muzzle along with a star and a snip, and if you look closely, he's sticking her little tongue out. She's really cute. Really cute. And she's got those little wobbly knees that foals have. The blanket on her rump is very nicely painted, clean masking. She has shading on her tail, darker base of the tail with the lighter tan at the bottom. She has detailed eyes. She's got little pinking in the corner of her eyes, as well as a brown iris and a black pupil. So very nicely done. I'm going to set her there, and I'm going to see if Breyer has anything on their box to say about this one. Okay, Springtime Filly Espresso. Most foals are born in the early hours of a spring morning. Their legs are almost as long as their mother's at birth. Foals get up and stand within 30 minutes of being born. All the while, the foal's attentive mother bathes the newborn with her tongue to help keep it warm and to begin the bonding process. As soon as the foal stands and takes its first wobbly steps, it also takes its first suckle from its mother. This is the most important feeding for the foal because it provides essential nutrients and antibodies that the foal will need to grow and prosper. Within 2 hours of the foal's birth, it can run and nearly keep pace with adult horses. As it roams around its new world, the foal becomes stronger and loves to run and play with their mothers and other foals their age. They are very curious and love to explore new things and make new friends. Our lovely Espresso stands out among the solid-colored colts and fillies in her herd. She's a very colorful Appaloosa. Breyer Springtime filly is at an impressive 1/6 scale, measuring approximately 10 inches at the ear tips. Wowee! Okay, so I also pulled a Breyer. This is Amber, and this is a traditional 1/9 scale. So I will put her next to Miss Espresso. So you can see there is a huge size difference. What the scale really breaks down to is how many times you would need to put one measurement of the horse into a real horse. So a 1 to 9 would mean that you would need, say, 9 times this length from the hock to the fetlock to reach what the length on a real horse would be. And that goes all around. So it kind of grows incrementally. So that's a real quick tutorial on scale. You can look it up. It's really fascinating. A lot of customizers use scale to get things in proportion, like with how long the muzzle is to the neck, which is how long it is to the back. It's fascinating. So I'll just give you guys a good look. This little filly is my son's. It is the pride and joy of his collection. This is a steampunk horse done by my good friend Aidan Watrous, who kindly gifted this horse to my son Aidan, and this horse has her own little video on YouTube because Aidan loves her so much. So as you can see, this foal is really gigantic compared to the regular traditional scale. And I think that's about it, all I have to say about them. It'll be interesting to see if Breyer has any more 1/6 scale models coming out. I wonder how the sales on the scale are going, since they're not standard to the hobby, but they are standard to other hobbies, just not the model horse hobby. So we'll see. That will be interesting to see what the future holds for this scale. Thanks for watching.